Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jessica Riverson, and I am so excited to do another How She Did It interview. We have Clarissa Clarke today. Hey, Clarissa.
Hey.
So glad you're here. And for those of you that don't know, I am the creator of the Permission to Charge Academy, which I run with my husband, Clarke Riverson. And Clarissa came into our academy and is actually now in our expansion mastermind. And I wanted to bring her on here to share a little bit about what she does, also what her experience has been, what the journey has been like, because I think all too often we as women don't share what it really takes to create success, to create breakthroughs, to get to the next level in our life and business. And I think it's important that we share what is really required and how she really did it. And I think Clarissa is one of the best people to share that journey. So are you ready to get started?
I'm so ready.
Okay, cool. So let's just start from the beginning. Like, how did you find us? And then why did you join Permission to Charge Academy?
So I was kind of thinking about moving into coaching. I've been doing business consulting for a while. And I was like very loosely on the side trying to coach people. And I guess Facebook just knew that I needed to see your ad.
Yay!
I remember the very first time I saw your post for your webinar, and I was like, it really hit me. And I was like, I need to watch this webinar today. And when I watched it, I don't know if I've ever told you this before. Like, I was actually having like so many crazy feelings during that of like excitement, like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can do so much. And then there would be a part of me that was like weeping because I felt like, I think it was maybe fear, like I was like scared to think of doing all of these great things and making so much money and helping all these people. It was like really exciting and really scary. So watching your webinar
through my webinar, basically.
Yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster. And it took cool. me, but it was, I was so excited. And it took me a little bit to like actually set up the call with you guys. But I just, over that time I was like watching, I was in your Facebook group and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, I need to work with this person. And I watched plenty of the case studies, the very thing that we're doing right now. It's actually really cool to now be the person that is hopefully going to help to inspire other people to go on a journey like this.
That is so cool. I didn't know that you had watched case studies as well. So you saw the webinar, you were in the group, case studies. See how that works, everyone? See how it works? Connecting with people and showing them how you can help them. So I'm just pausing. This is like a learning tip for everyone watching. Showing people how you can help them, showing them examples of other people, bringing them into your community. That is what creates that know, like, and trust factor fast. So I love that you took the risk on yourself. So what was that like, making the investment and like diving into the program? You can tell us the good, bad, the ugly, everything. What was it like for you?
I mean, I was super committed to making the investment. I could not afford it like immediately. But I just felt like I just knew there was something here. And that I mean, basically I saw what you and Clarke were doing, even when I was like on my call with him, like I was like furiously scribbling notes of like, this is how he's doing a sales call, and it's like, I was already learning from you guys. So it was like so clear to me, you had so much to teach me. And if I could basically just incorporate what you're doing, then I could get more clients. So even though it was not easy to make the investment, I just knew I had to do it. Like there's no doubt in my mind. So yeah.
So what was tell us what your business was like before and what you liked and what you didn't like about the way your business was. And then like, what did you learn in the academy and like, what did you end up doing or creating?
Yep. So what I had been doing for the past couple of years was consulting in a business, and I was mostly doing marketing, but I was also I was kind of like recognizing issues that I could help with in another way, but I had been hired to do marketing consulting. And so I wasn't really like helping them with this other stuff. Like I would kind of talk about it a little.
What was it that you wanted to support them with?
Really with their teamwork and their communication and leadership development. So very different than what I was working on. And once I enrolled in the academy with you, I kind of, I started developing a program that was more in line with that. And you kept saying like, your clients are there. Like, you don't have to do like, get your webinar done and like immediately, like you don't need like all this fancy stuff. The people who are going to hire you are around you right now. You probably already know them. And I couldn't think of who it was, but
I do remember I kept saying that. It's like, I really feel like you know these people.
So I knew them so well. I had been working with them like several times a week for 2 years almost because it ended up that it was like the problems that I was noticing in their company that I knew I could help with were really coming to a head. Like stuff was getting very just overwhelming for them. A lot of like, negative energy. And like, I kind of had been working with you guys for a couple months already and was really gaining my confidence and being able to express how I can serve people. I didn't know how to say it before. It's like, I knew I could help them, but I didn't really know what it was I was doing and how to tell them that and how to help them to see if you let me work with you in this way, then these are the results you're going to get. So I learned how to talk to them in a way that really just made it clear, work on communication and teamwork and leadership with me, and you will get XYZ results, which is exactly what I knew they were going for because I've been working with them.
So what you're saying is you have this existing client, they're paying you to do marketing stuff, and you were able to present them something else.
I did. I got really brave and just like came out and said, it was a meeting where we were reviewing marketing. It was like an annual marketing review. And the owner said, we really don't need marketing. He said, the only marketing we need is we need our staff to be able to, basically they're going through like a big leadership transition where like the owner's going to retire and like a new generation's coming. He's like, we just need our staff to be able to like have the clients feel comfortable with this transition. That's the only marketing we need. And when he said that, like, I was just like, this is my cue. And I was prepared because you guys have been coaching me. I've been gaining confidence. And so I was able to say like, all right, well, hold on a second. Let's go there. And so we went down that path and ended up scheduling like an actual meeting to discuss that, how I would help them with that. And then, by the way, I had been making, like I was getting paid hourly, like a decent hourly rate, but it wasn't like great. I mean, it's just decent. And I was able to then go into that meeting with them and I just laid it all out for them. Like this is because I knew them so well, like sometimes you don't necessarily know the potential client so well, you can't like lay out their problems for them. You have to ask them to explain their problems. But in this case, I knew them so well. I was able to explain, here's your problems, here's how you need to fix them, and here's what the result's going to be when you fix them. And then, tie it in with how I was going to help them do this. And then just very confidently ask them to pay me $15,000 for a 3-month contract to do this with them. And
yes. That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite stories, just because you coming on the group calls that we offer in the academy, and it was like week after week you came, you asked questions, you booked calls with Kwaku, like I coached you on the group calls, and there was this like process. What was like the emotional process of the Clarissa on the first day of the academy to the Clarissa that was like, guys, guess what? I just got a $15,000 contract with this company who saw me in this light, and I made them see me in this whole other light, so much so that they were like, yeah, here you go, $15,000 contract. Because that was like, it was you all the time, but it was like a journey. It's like almost two versions of yourself from the beginning till then.
Yeah, it's true, because I think in the beginning I was more like letting their preconceived notions of me guide me. Like, they hired me for this is what I'm doing. And through working with you guys, that I was able to like just like let my authentic self rise to the surface. And I mean, so much of it is about the confidence, and it's like, I didn't think I was a person that was lacking in confidence. Like, I can go out in like a social situation and be like fine, but it was specifically about selling my services. There was like a major lack of confidence there, of just like not knowing and like not being able to embrace that, like, I really have the solution.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I did, but just like wasn't comfortable saying that and admitting that and owning it.
You're like a group of mostly male. It's like the leadership of this company is all male as well, pretty much.
It's three men and one woman. Yeah.
So that's a big deal to present to this group of people, I think, too.
Oh yeah. And Kwaku really helped me a lot with understanding that masculine energy and how to like work with that, and like where I need to be, like when I need to be in my feminine energy, when I need to be in my masculine energy, and then like how to deal with the energy they were putting off, which was super helpful.
That's amazing. I was just going to ask you that, like a lot of what we do in the academy is help you communicate your value. So obviously that was a big piece of being able to make this pitch. And then the sales training that we did with you, that he did a lot of one-on-one role plays and stuff. Is there anything else specifically from the curriculum or working with me or the copywriter or anyone on the team that helped you? Because I think what a lot of people don't understand is, like, when you come in the academy, you're getting like a whole new business. You're getting, your niche is narrowed down, your result statement, you start looking at a signature talk, you get like your messaging down. So some of the tangibles, what were they for you? Because everyone has like a different journey, but what was it for you that really stood out?
My journey is very different, because I know there were a lot of people in the academy with me at the same time that were like pumping out really great like ad copy and webinars and all this stuff. And now that I'm in the mastermind, I am doing that. It's like I'm finally there. But for me, I think like the greatest benefit to me of the academy, even though I did work on that, I did the copy, and I loved getting the copywriting like run throughs on the calls, like actually like helping me make it sound pretty, because mine was like usually really rough, and then it would sound like great after. But for me, like some of the stuff from the modules that you have, I really appreciated the stuff about how to know what your superpower is and how to connect with your soulmate client. Because I was really just at a point of I know some people come into your program with an established coaching business, but it's like, I didn't have that yet. And so I was just trying to figure out, like, how do I move from being like conventional business consultant to
like an hourly marketing consultant to this high-end programs?
Yes. Yeah. And like using and figuring out what unique gifts that I could offer in a high-end program. So just kind of like getting more in touch with myself and going through all of the physical work of like writing the messaging and the result statement and all of that. I just kept getting closer and closer to that.
Yes. Yeah. And what's really, I think a lot of people need to understand this too, is, you've had iterations of your message come through while you were in the academy, and it just got clearer and clearer and clearer. And that also happens, especially if if you come in and you're not already established. It makes sense where there's a little bit more of that, like, oh, actually it's this. I thought it was this, but it's really this. And like, you were just really allowing the process to unfold, and you were still taking action even when, I think that's what's really important, is like, even if you're not 100% clear, you still take action because you get more clarity as you take more action.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you speak a little bit to, like, I know a lot of people probably don't know that in the academy, there's a lot of like healing work that happens. And then of course you're in the mastermind where there's one-on-one coaching with me. So I would love to hear about your experience on a healing level, if there's been anything that was like a major breakthrough for you, or if you feel like that was a big part of it.
Oh, you know it. You know it. Well, for one, at the very beginning, and this was another thing that really benefited me from the academy modules, was the money mindset work. Mm-hmm. Both some exercises you took me through and some things Clarke does in the sales training. It just helped me to see that I had this relationship with money that, first of all, I had never thought about before. I never thought, like, what is a relationship with money? Like, that's a thing that exists, And so I learned that mine was definitely blocking me from receiving more money, because I was just seeing money in this way that wasn't that positive. Mm-hmm. And that was a huge break.
It's hard to charge your worth, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I feel like there's been continuous healing, like things just keep happening. And a lot of it for me is about the way you're helping me to just be myself, and how you really recognize my unique gifts, and just like that I'm like this unique person that has a role in serving humanity, and just all that you do to bring that out of me.
Oh, well, I love working with you in that way. It's been so much fun. And I have these like distinct memories, these moments in time where I saw you like light up, or I saw you like release something. And like, I will never forget those, because it's a special memory to me too. So and then like just seeing like what happens for you after that has been really, really fun. So let's kind of bring everybody current. You're now in the Expansion Mastermind, which we're really excited about, because that means you're going to come to retreats, and we get to meet you in person soon. So we're really excited about that. What is on your horizon now? Like, you got this big contract, and now you're looking at developing out your program. I would love you to touch on how your social media has been going for you, and how that's different than before, and how you're showing up.
Yeah. Well, you just said a few minutes ago that clarity comes through action. Yeah. And that's been so true for me, because I got that first 3-month contract with my consulting client. And during that time, I was really like honing in on how I wanted to coach people and how I wanted to bring this all forward. And so when that contract was about to end, I want to keep working with them, but not in this way. I mean, it's in a similar way, it's on similar stuff, but I just wanted to go a lot deeper and do more leadership coaching, and not focus so much on like operations, but just really get into communication and leadership. So then I was able to propose for a little bit more money too, but basically changing, like getting to the next level of our work together. And the way that I'm working with them now.
So you pitched a second contract, basically.
I did. I pitched a second contract, and I got it. I got a little more money. And I'm working with them in a much deeper way, where I'm now able to see them transforming just in this way that just like fills me up. Like it's so amazing to see the way they're transforming. And I would not have been able to provide them with that service 6 months ago. I wouldn't have been able to, because the reason they're transforming is because I'm bringing some unique medicine to them.
Yeah.
And I don't even necessarily use those terms with them because they're not necessarily like as, well, I don't know yet. I don't know how gung-ho they are about like the more spiritual direction I'm going in, but I am using like my healing gifts with them.
Yeah.
So I feel so great about that. And then in terms of, so now where I'm at with kind of like my marketing and my program, I've just figured out that what I'm doing, it is spiritual. And I'm teaching business owners how to use spirituality to solve their business problems.
Love it.
Yeah.
So the clarity in that, like the clarity in that statement, that's part of her result statement. Love that.
Yeah. So now, and like I said, it's like, I'm offering my unique medicine to people, but I can only do that if I put it out there and offer it. Like people aren't going to show up in my office and on my computer screen if I'm just like sitting here like, yeah, I have some pretty cool gifts. Yeah. You know, and part of it is that for me is that I do a lot of affirmations to attract the things that I want, which you guys have really been promoting. And that's just like helped me to remember to always be doing that. But you know, they come to me now because I'm actually following your guidance and posting on Facebook and putting my picture there and all of the stuff that is like, seems so scary. But then the more I do it, it's like just fine. And people really appreciate it. Like people are just loving the stuff I'm posting. They want to hear from me. Mm-hmm. And I just wasn't doing it, but I never even posted personally on Facebook. And I'm just doing it all the time now. And I'm getting discovery sessions from it and just like getting a following. Like people know what I'm about now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You had said the other day, you were like, oh my gosh, I'm getting like one discovery session per post right now, which I think is so exciting because one of the things I really focus on in the Academy is like, if you have, almost everyone has a warm market, like everybody knows somebody, and it's important that you do tap into your warm market. You know, everyone wants to like go do Facebook ads right away. And for some people, that's a good plan. Go do it right away. And for other people, it's like, you know, tap into the market that you have. And if you can convert that market into wanting to speak with you and wanting to book on your calendar, then you've kind of earned the right to then go do Facebook ads. But if you're not willing, my opinion is like, if you're not willing to be visible on social media as is, hiding behind a Facebook ad and thinking it's the magic pill, it's probably not going to work as well because you're doing it in a way to hide. Like, I'll just do this ad because it's just going to like put clients like on my doorstep, which it really can. I mean, it put you on my doorstep, you know, in a way it really did. But if I didn't have the confidence and the clarity and the courage and stuff, then it wouldn't work with enrolling people. It would kind of fall flat. And so I think what you've done is a very smart way to do it. And as you bring on clients into your new 90-day program, that's going to then fund your ability to do Facebook ads. And some people never need to do Facebook ads. They just keep bringing on people through their social media for free. And that's a pretty cool way to do it too. So I've had so much fun seeing like the evolution of like the real you kind of emerging and not being hidden, and how that's like taking your client attraction through the roof without spending any money. Like there's a lot going around about like, a lot of coaches are kind of teaching like, make money being you. And I remember when that first was coming out, I was like, okay, you know, not everybody's going to be Instagram famous and stuff. But now I've come to understand those who were like really authentically teaching that it really is about this, like you doing that inner work and allowing the real you to shine. And that's, people want to work with you in your energy. And that's all it's about. And it's amazing, right? It's amazing that we have the ability to do that.
Yeah. And just having you around to constantly remind me of stuff like that has been really useful. You've been a real cheerleader, promoter of the way that I want to be and the way that I want to coach people.
Awesome. Good. And I've been a little bit of a butt kicker sometimes too. You know, I can cheerlead and I can kick butt too. You have to know when to.
Yeah, you've got the right balance.
I just thought I should mention that because it's definitely not all cheerleading, because sometimes it's like, all right, woman, come on now, let's get it together. And we all need that. We need someone to see our greatness and to pull it out of us and, you know, say, you know, something's not right here. There's something deeper that we're not bringing out. And it's just been phenomenal to witness you and your growth. And it's like, I feel like you've just scratched the surface, which makes it even more exciting, you know? So sky is the limit. Is there anything else you want to share? What advice would you give someone if they've been attracted to the Permission to Charge Academy? Like, what would you say?
I mean, I would just say, do it. Just do it. Yeah, it's, let me see.
How do you explain it to someone who's on the out? Like, this is probably the hardest thing and why we do the case studies. Cause it's like, remember before you joined, you had seen the webinar, you thought it was great, but you hadn't booked a call. How do you explain the experience? Cause it's an immersion. How do you explain that to someone who is like where you were, where it's like, okay, I'm in the group, I'm poking around. This looks interesting.
How would I explain it to somebody that was poking around?
Yeah. Because it's one of those things where you can't really know till you're in it and you're like, whoa, this is actually amazing. But it's something hard to explain.
When you join the academy, and then like as you get deeper into the academy, and then if you continue on into the mastermind, it's like you're caught up in this vibration of people who are all like amazing people, you know, and it's not you and Kwaku are awesome, but it's like everybody's awesome, you know, so that's everybody's just really working hard to make their business work, to make more money, and to serve the greater good. Like there's a definite vibe, like this is not all about making money, it's about making money because you are serving the greater good. And so there's a lot of soulfulness and genuine concern about humanity. And so it's like, you're just around that all the time. So if you like to be around that, like this is a great place to be.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your results and how you did it and what it took. And I can't wait to do another one of these with you in the future and see what your next level is all about. So thank you so much. Tell people, like, how can we find you? Is there your Facebook profile, a group? Where do you want to direct people? Because I know, actually tell us who exactly you work with, because we didn't explain that fully. So who are the type of people you work with, and where can they hang out with you online?
Yeah, I work with conscious, heart-centered business, whether that's owners or business executives. And the best place to find me and my work would be the Luminous Leadership Tribe on Facebook.
Woo-hoo! So they can just put that in the search and it should pop up. Is it it's a private group, but you can see it. It's not secret, right?
That's right. Yep,
Okay.
It'll come up.
So Luminous Leaders, what is it again? Say it one more time.
Luminous Leadership Tribe.
Yes. Okay. So find the Luminous Leadership Tribe Facebook group so you can hang out with Clarissa and get more of her wisdom, especially if you are an owner, a business executive, you have a team. What are the types of like business challenges that people should really come to you for specifically?
Well, what I do is I help them to open up channels to attract the resources and people that they need so that they can serve their purpose in a deeper way. And a lot of problems that I end up working on are teamwork issues. And really, I feel like I heal businesses, you know, I help them figure out what it takes with the individuals in the business to heal whatever's going on with their team and communication issues.
Beautiful. That's such a great specialty. I love it. Well, thank you again. We will see you very soon. I encourage everyone to watch our signature webinar if you haven't seen it. There should be a link around here somewhere that you can find. And when you're ready, book a call with our team, and we'll take a look at what you have going on in your business and how we can help you. And if we can, we may invite you to get on board with us in the Academy. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon.